All right, we are at the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival 2014. I'm joined by Christian from El Nino. Dude, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Awesome.
Having a good day, roaming around, zombieing out and all that until set time.
Awesome. How do you kill time when you play a little bit later in the day? You're not going on right away. How do you kill time?
You know, man, you try on the road. You try to do as many normal things as possible.
Right.
Whatever that may be, whether it's watching TV or shaving your face or brushing your teeth. You know, hygiene is important, and I think that's how I try to take up most of my time before the set. Is I try to find a spot to go, brush the teeth, wash the face, maybe drink some coffee.
Right.
You know, anything that helps you feel a little bit more at home, you know?
Right, whatever helps you stay awake.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and definitely whatever can get me kick-started for the
There
day.
we go.
Yeah.
We got these energy drinks here, man.
Thank God for the free energy drinks.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I just try to do whatever, you know, whatever small things, talk to family, find a bathroom.
Awesome.
Nothing really that exciting. The most exciting part of the festival is obviously the show. Getting to hang out with some press people like you,
right.
dude, you know, is always awesome.
Get to see some kick-ass bands play throughout the day.
Yeah, and you know, doing some signings, meeting some of the fans is cool. And obviously the added bonus is you get to see some really cool bands. You know? A lot of great bands this year on this festival.
We're out getting ready for the release, Till Death, La Familia. New record out Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Records. Had a chance to listen to it last night.
Oh, cool. So you got it already.
I've heard most of it.
Okay, cool.
And dude, there's no filler on this album. It's just complete adrenaline rush from start to finish. Just complete kick in the nuts from the start to the finish, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good record, man. Really proud of the guys in my band. They wrote some fucking killer music.
They did.
And for me, it was more fun than work, you know? I mean, when they started sending me songs, I was very impressed and just super psyched to begin working on it, you know? I don't think that, I mean, I know that Aru and Laz, they really pushed themselves to try to create something a little bit more modern and refreshing, but being that they offered me, you know, some music that was really, really approached differently than other albums that we've done. It was really simple for me to just kind of be influenced by it, become a fan of the music, and then start writing right away. And it was probably one of the easiest albums that I've written for. Everything came very natural. Everything, you know, I know I keep saying that it was very instinctual, but I think it was a very intuitive album for all of us.
You touched on it a little bit. Musically, a little bit different direction on this album,
right.
as compared to Epidemia and previous records.
Right.
How would you describe the musical direction you guys took on this record? Because I picked up on it, but I don't know how to describe it in a lot of ways.
I think it's possibly. I mean, it still has this very apparent jungle kind of groove to it.
The tribal aspects are still there in a lot of ways.
But I think it's mostly our take on some of the modern things that we like about music. Okay. You know, I'm a huge fan of newer metal bands, proggy metal bands, also prog-like rock bands like Carnival. Huge fan of Animals as Leaders and other really cool bands that are out at the moment. And I think that in discussions on the tours that we did leading up to the writing of the album, we were all kind of trying to, you know, be inspired by bands that are really, really, really talented, but do things slightly different. And I think that pushed us to kind of want to dig a little deeper and to approach the writing of the album a little bit differently.
Okay.
And as much as we're still influenced by a lot of old school bands, you know, we are fans of the evolution of music, and we love, you know, bands that can come out and have a different sound and be modern.
You have to evolve as a band if you're gonna progress and grow and become better. And fans are weird because they want an album to sound different, but sometimes they want it to sound the same. They're not really sure. But I always love it when a band doesn't make the same album twice. The new album sounds different than the last one.
Right.
This one definitely has the El Nino sound, but it changes a little bit too. And I think it's really cool to see that change.
Yeah. I mean, musically, it definitely has that different approach. Vocally, I mean, I don't think I approached it much different than any other record I've done. I mean, there was different gear that was used. I worked with Eddie Wall, who is a great producer engineer. He definitely, pushed me to try to capture the best takes that we could do. Believe it or not, it was a simple record for me to write, man. A lot of things just flowed very naturally, and I didn't feel phased by it. I think it was the fastest album I've ever recorded. I think I might have recorded all the vocals in like 9 sessions. 8 or 9 4 or 5 hour sessions.
Nice.
So
wow.
I mean, obviously, because Eddie Wall was helping me do that, he was like, no,
right.
Do it again, no, okay, try, no, sing that there, just be careful with that, so it allowed us to move rapidly, but honestly, I don't think I really changed too much of what I did. I think the fact that the music is approached a little bit differently allowed me to kind of do what I do, and it sounds a little bit out of context, it's not something you would hear in like a metalcore band or
right.
a deathcore band, and
right.
I mean, my voice naturally sounds slightly different
right.
than a lot of vocalists, but I've always claimed to be a mediocre singer, but I think that in context, it adds cool vibes, and hoping that's what makes us sound a little bit differently.
Now, I believe Lucas from Seroja is on this record too.
Yeah.
Great band. We've talked about that a little bit. I had a chance to see them on the Seven Dust tour.
Yeah, absolutely awesome.
You're working with them a lot, and
I'm trying to help them as much as I can. They're definitely a band that deserves the attention. Not only am I, completely a fan of the band, but I do work with them, and I'm grateful to be able to work with such a badass unsigned band. We're not the only band that supports them. I mean, the guys in Drowning Pool love them, put them on shows. The guys in Nonpoint, same. The guys in 10 Years. I mean, so they have a lot of industry fans, you know. Do. And since their last EP that I produced for them, they've done this amazing, 180 and really become this band that could totally take on the national circuit, and great things are going to be happening for them this year, and I don't like to talk before things actually happen,
right.
But there's a lot of really cool shit on the table for them, and I'm super proud of those guys, and I'm just honored to be helping them out,
What led to bringing Lucas on for a track on this record?
Eddie suggested, well, I mean, it was an idea that I had. I wanted kind of like a crowd chant in Blood is Thicker Than Water. And at first, I was going to just try to do different voices and try to sound like different people to get it to sound like a crowd. And Eddie Wall said, well, we're never going to get it to sound like a crowd. You're going to need to get other people to do this chant. Mm-hmm. So Eddie asked his friend Mitch, who used to drum for Filter, to do a couple of, little things. And I hit up Lucas. And Lucas did the majority of the chants that you hear are actually Lucas.
Nice.
And his voice is very apparent on the song, which kind of hits home to me because the title of the song is Blood is Thicker Than Water. And even though, we're not like brothers, literal brothers, right. we are family, and I've known those guys for many years. And it was... he was completely psyched when I asked him. It kind of blew him away. He was like, no way you're asking me to do this on your album. He's like, are you joking? Are you fucking with me? But I was like, nah, dude, your voice is perfect for this. It was right in the register of where he sings, and his voice sounds powerful. So I'm just super psyched to have them, to have Lucas. And
awesome.
And to have so many great things happen for them.
Awesome. Now, anytime an album releases mid-tour, it adds a special extra level of excitement. When an album releases in the middle of Mayhem Festival tour, it's got to add even more to it. How special is it to have this record releasing during this tour?
It's definitely a blessing, man, I mean, our last couple of albums were released when we weren't even on tour.
Right.
So as far as this album being such cool work that we put out and being able to introduce it to people that probably have never heard of the band, you know, it's been a long time since we've done like a legitimate American tour like this.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect format for us to kind of release a new album and something that is refreshing and modern, you know.
Right.
I think that it's reminding a lot of our old school fans that we're still around, even though we took a break from the American market.
Right.
We still, you know, remained relevant in the rest of the world, and
Right.
it allowed us to continue to make albums, you know, until Death La Familia is kind of like a testament to all the fans and the family and friends that have stuck by us throughout so many years.
Awesome. Yeah, it's like you guys never went away, but you're back at the same time.
Right,
and this is
right.
the perfect way to show people that.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. We are amazingly thrilled to be on this tour, dude. You have no idea. I mean, it's the perfect way for us to even release an album. Like you said, to have it come out mid-tour is amazing.
Awesome, man. Can't wait to see the set today. Finally get to see you guys live. I've been
Right
waiting.
on.
Been waiting for my chance, and today nothing's gonna get in the way of that.
Right on, dude. Well, you might as well just walk over with me, because I got to play in 30 minutes.
There
You
we
wanna
go.
Walk over?
Yeah, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
You gonna walk over with us or what?
Till Death La Familia out Tuesday, July 22nd, Victory Records. Go buy that album. You won't regret it. Album kicks ass. Christian, let's go.
Reggie, damn
Let's go
pleasure
see the
chilling
set,
with you.
man.